Where do we go from here? Our awareness is reaching higher levels of consciousness through meditation, science, technology, and a new paradigm. At this time, there is a virulent pandemic to be eliminated. There are reports of mass demonstrations, political upheaval, cultural indignity, and a mass migration. Dare we imagine all that needs to be done right now? No doubt we need to be cautious, practical and mindful, because many sensitivities exist through different cultures and different core values. Naturally, fundamental human needs must be addressed first: autonomy, food, shelter, and safety. Monumental changes may be at hand. Problems are there to be solved. Surely, to each group their own method of growth and development. To help us along this rocky road of higher consciousness and evolution, consider what has been said by John F. Kennedy, Krishnamurti, Einstein, and the Dalai Lama. It may be of great help or not, but perhaps will inspire some practicality, a different treatment, or a higher perspective. John F. Kennedy said, "Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth." With that idea in mind, many world citizens are under stress right now due to alleged corruption, military control, and a cultural indignity. Optimism is in short supply, and demonstrations may be the order of the day. We do know that the world will not progress through conforming individuals or muted crowds. But can humanity evolve through this immense combination of colours, opinions, and activities? Free to speak, free to live, and free to follow a personal initiative? A wonderful idea, surely. This is sure. We live in a world divided by patriotism and cultural loyalties. We will wave the flag of our own tribe with pride and passion. But times are a-changing, and the natural process of human development and evolution is taking place right now. This involves the intermingling of all nations and ideas through our communication channels and the resettling of migrants and refugees. So, what are we expecting of others? Laws of the land must be respected, but is it conformity? Or will there be a glorious unity in diversity? We are sure to be struggling with this because the many new players on our common field of opportunity are not like us. The big question is, can we play together to win? The great spiritual Indian teacher Krishnamurti said, "Every belief, every value, every kind of morality is a form of violence. If you need proof, watch what happens when someone questions one of yours." This is difficult to understand because surely each person needs a framework of reference. But should we compel others to a personal view? He also said, "The ability to observe without evaluation is the highest form of intelligence." Consider that our evaluation may well be passing judgment, but We can only judge by what we know. Do we know everything? These are the vital questions that need to be asked, lest we corrupt the world. Einstein said, "The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking." A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. As it is today, we may be alarmed with the latest news of criminality, revolution and revolt. The Dalai Lama said, "It is under the greatest adversity that there exists the greatest potential for doing good, both for oneself and for others." People take different roads, seeking fulfillment and happiness. Just because they're not on your road doesn't mean they've got lost. My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. Choose to be optimistic. It feels better. To be sure, the world will not progress through conforming individuals or muted crowds, but will and should evolve as an immense combination of colours, opinions, activities and creativity. It is fully in our capacity to create a better world for all. Krishnamurti said, "If there is logic, practicality, and a true responsibility for all with our own thought, with our own statement, with our own action, it only follows that the world will be a better place. Diplomacy must be the key." This is only the beginning of a new era of illuminating perception and higher consciousness. The pandemic has thrown us all into a rethink, and a new paradigm is surfacing. The world order is changing, but how cannot be predicted. Economic favours have fallen by the wayside, and many privileged, well-educated citizens are struggling with job losses and investment failures. A new technology is sweeping the workplace. Computers and robots are taking much of the mediocre work, replacing many a happy or unhappy worker. But what to do now? There is no doubt that working, paid or unpaid, is good for our health and well-being. It contributes to happiness, helps to build confidence and self-esteem, and fulfills the need for a rightful place in the community. Yes, there is a need for each and every one, no matter how wondrous or exceptional the individual. What is the now may be a difficult period of transition and adjustment. Traditional rules may topple. Cooperation and collaboration, surely the new vernacular. This is also lauding in the greatest and happiest era yet, because a new passion and purpose for working may be about finding yourself. What was once a hobby may now be a successful career. The responsibility to see this through will be ours. Theory, of course, is much easier than action. To put a new system in place will surely mean power struggles and much bickering over what is right. Change cannot be hurried. We must see the benefit for all. But surely and gradually this new freedom for all must evolve. This transitional phase towards a greater future and benefit for all may be a period of increasing volatility. Leading powers may not adjust easily to the new reality and the new imperative. The future is in our hands, our minds, and our application. Any starting point must be positive, not to deny the current reality, but to also recognize our capacity for change and what needs to change now. A higher consciousness and greater awareness applies. As always, the provision of facilities, community care, and the freedom to follow a personal initiative will be the most important factors to ensure peace, progress, and prosperity for all. No doubt, we need to be practical and mindful with a new creative vision, because we, individually and collectively, are the resource and initiative that this world reality depends upon. A wonderful future awaits.